So how easy is it to start a free trial for 7 days of Facebook posting with the AI Restaurant Toolkit? Very easy. We start by clicking the free trial button. We then fill in the details. In this case, Sauce Pasta Cafe. We create an account. You'll notice that the restaurant number automatically popped in because it scraped the website to find as many details as it can. And we can put in the owner's name, the owner's phone number, and the restaurant phone number is already there. We complete the sign up, and we'll actually see that during that scraping process, it also found the logo, and we can just fill in the rest of the information that is required. In this case, we can go to the website and grab the description of the restaurant, add it in, everything saves. You'll see after we've put in all the information for the owner, besides what was scraped, at the bottom we actually do have the ability for them to control some of the prompting that generates the images as well as the Facebook post. So they can put some overriding instructions here. So at this point, we've got the restaurant information in. Most of it was brought in automatically. The rest of it, the owner would put in themselves or you'd put it in for them. You'll also see that they are on a free trial. So they have 7 posts and 21 images remaining. So they don't have to sign up and post everything that day to get their 7 days. You also have the ability to put them on comped status from your admin dashboard, which then allows you to take care of the billing rather than it happens. We add the menu items with Fast Add is able to take photos or upload existing images. The way we do this is we're going to look for the DoorDash menu. And once you have the DoorDash menu, whatever screen capture tool you use, so we're doing this from a web perspective. If you did this with your mobile phone, you would just go and capture all the images and upload them all at once. So you notice I've got it so that I can see about 8, a 7-day trial. So if you're setting up a trial, get in and out in the least amount of time possible. Usually you can have this done in 15 minutes right in front of the restaurant owner's eyes. So I'm going to upload images. And now we throw that off to AI to transcribe it. As with most restaurants, they don't have very good descriptions. So you can on the fly rewrite the description. Again, we go off to AI, generates that. You say use rewritten, and that's added to the menu. It's real easy to rewrite things on the fly and give them a complete upgrade as all the social media posts come from these descriptions. And now we can see that we have all of the menu items. Okay, so now we come to our menu and we can generate some images. So we'll just start generating some images. There's multiple types to choose from. Rather than explain them all, I'll just go create one of each type. To use the real type where we actually upload an image of the food of the restaurant, we see the images starting to come back. And depending on what components we asked, we can see different things in the images. Some of the ingredients that are in it on the table and a napkin on the table and the table type. All of these things are controlled, which we'll show you soon. Here there's a glass of water, a little tent card. Here it actually goes right into the whole description of the bowl. And it leaves a little blank spot for the logo to be added. Now we'll show you what happens if you actually upload an image. So we're going to upload Nona's signature sauce, and we have the image of it, and it's a real photo. So we say it's a real photo, which triggers a different action to happen. So now we see the real photo. If we actually go into the edit function, we can see that AI has taken the photo and written how to describe it, pick the whole thing apart so that we can make an image that'll be closer to the plating. It'll be closer to the plating style that is used by the restaurant. So you come into the theme settings. This is where we can actually tell it to zero in. So we can start just by clicking the analyze, and it's going to analyze based upon the restaurant description what themes might be good. So it's decided that a photorealistic elderly Italian man, a woman, mixed race couple, but we can add other things to be cute and more viral, like a black lab. Maybe we want to have a majestic eagle. In the props and accessories, it's picked fresh scattered herbs to go on the table, artisanal ceramics, rustic bread basket. We could add salt and pepper. We could say throw in a raw ingredient. Maybe we want to see a wooden pepper mill, even a restaurant tent card. Backgrounds, there's where we're deciding what tabletop that it's on. So we could go with vintage ceramic tiles, distressed metal, a slate surface. Basically, the restaurant owner can pick these, but usually we do this as a done for you as an agency. We do all the setup for them, so they just have the output. But as you can see, it's super easy for them to do. And as they start to ask questions, it's very easy for you to come in and manipulate, making even more depth to their images. Go right into lighting styles, cultural themes. So here's where you Italian restaurant, so it's pick the Italian things, but you could also say, it's on the waterfront. It's actually a fast casual. Maybe it's fast food. And then presentation styles, it's picked family style and Italian style. You can get into deconstructed elements, burger joint, whatever it is, you can pick from these. And of course, if there's not enough of them here, they can be added by you specifically for the customer as well. You can also choose to put flags in. Maybe it's the Canada Day or Independence Day or whatever. And you can also pick your camera angles. We like to pick all the camera angles because then there's a lot of variety. Now that we've done that, we'll go back and we'll just, for fun, see what happens when we click and generate more images. So we'll do the same ones for the same place so we can just see how they change. Here we can see the tent card in an Italian flag. Here we've got some, the tabletops. You can see there's a ceramic tabletop. There's some tiles on the tabletop. So everything just gets scrambled into making the images based upon the things that fit the restaurant. Again, we've got a place that we can put the logo, so we can just slap the logo in real quick. So that's images. So then the next step we go to is we can add reviews for the restaurant. By adding reviews, again, you add more depth. It's not a necessary step. Easiest way to add reviews is to go to Google Reviews, open up whatever your favorite screen capture tool on your computer is, or if you're on your phone, just go in and start snapping images of the entire review, and then there's a quick add function that will show you. All right, so now we're going to add some reviews. So we're going to do this by uploading images. We've got all of our images here, and then we'll let AI do the work, and then you can see and edit them as you go. And if you like them, you just add them. When you're working from the phone, usually images are best. When you're working from the computer, sometimes it's easier to just use the manual entry where you just cut and paste a great big bunch of reviews from Google and slap them in here. So there's multiple ways to do it. So you can take photos right from your camera on the phone of your screen of the reviews. You can also do that. That's faster. Or you can go to the site and you can capture using the left and right buttons on your phone. So lots of ways to make it easy and quick to do this. So you can get into a restaurant, set up a demo, be out in 15 minutes. And now they're on the 7-day free trial. And if they like it, they keep going and everything starts charging and you get paid your referral fee from us. So now you can see we have a whole bunch of positive reviews. So we basically have everything that we need to get into actually doing the social posts. With social posting, you've got a number of options. Again, we've built this for the agency. Restaurant can use it themselves as well, of course, but we've built it to really be good for the agency to upsell. So we can go into auto posting, so we want to turn that on. Then we can actually look at the categories. So based upon the setup we did, we can do posts with reviews because we've added reviews. If we didn't do reviews, it's going to tell you can't do them. And if we know that that restaurant doesn't want to push delivery orders because they're using a third-party delivery apps and they lose a lot of money, then we can just say, okay, we want posts that will encourage newsletter sign up, encourage dine-in, showcase a featured item, encourage pickup. So we can also do posts with reviews. So this will only be available if you did add the reviews. So we pick the same types and those will actually come out with a different flavor. Then we can get into scheduling. These are sort of the recommended times for your average restaurant, but you can set them. And then we can actually start generating the posts. So we try to make it easy so we can generate a single post to have a look at, and that's with an existing image. Or we can actually just tell it, forget it, just create me a new image and a new post. If you really want to go quick, you just push this button and you say, make me 7 new. Right now it's off thinking, creating both the post content and the images. If I would have picked the other button, it would go to all of the menu items and all of the images that created, and it would randomly pick a menu item and then randomly pick from the images that are generated. This can take a couple of minutes, but you don't actually have to stay on the page and wait. You can go off and do something else, and when you come back, they'll be done. So as they're generated, we can actually go to the approval page and we can see them showing up. So draft post, here we are. There's the one with the black lab. Here's a woman. Here's the eagle. Here's the waterfront view. So all of the theme pieces that we picked were worked into the images. And then you can see that the posts themselves are also very varied, right? Ever wonder what makes tomato sauce truly unforgettable? They have a little fun fact, they have a little bit of interest, and then depending on the type of post, this one was a pickup post, right? This one was a sign up for a newsletter post. So basically it scrambles all of the settings to create unique posts time after time after time after time. If the customer says they're getting bored, you can talk to them about just adding more theme elements or changing around the theme elements, and everything will get freshened up just like that. Or you can also go in and hit the automatic refresh button to rewrite the actual descriptions, which will then change the flavor of the posts. So that's the general basics, right? Now it's telling me, I've run out, which is great. That's what we want because we want the people to love it and want more and click upgrade now, in which case they pay and you get paid. So very easy to make a sticky add-on that you can get a restaurant on. So the next time a Toast or a big third-party company comes around trying to steal them, they know that they have their marketing built in with you, and it's just one more little reason to say no.